Hello, welcome to Paul's Take, and this is my take on age.
Age? What you say?
That's right. Everybody gets older, including me. Luckily for me, I get better as I age. But not everybody does get better. At some point, maybe even I will start to wither away. But what is age? Why is it even necessary? Why do we have to have it? I don't get it. Because you got to figure, look, first fact, nothing in the universe ever, let's see here, everything's made out of energy, right? The whole universe is made out of energy. You are, I am, everything is. And energy can never be, you cannot destroy it. It's just always there. It might change forms, it might turn into something else, but energy cannot be created or destroyed, right? I think so, something like that. I don't know. But that's my understanding. So we'll roll with that, since that's my understanding. Correct me if I am wrong, which I probably am to some degree. All right, so if nothing ever really, the energy never goes away, it's always there. And then at some point in life, when you're a little tiny, itty bitty, I don't know, thing in the baby's belly, or the mother's belly, you grow up and you're like little baby. Then you grow up, and you're growing. The DNA has a formula. It follows the DNA, and after each year, you're growing. You grow up to you finish growing, let's say 18 years old. That's when you're fully grown for most. Maybe some 16, 18. There's probably an exact science of when you're officially done growing and now you're deteriorating. But that's all based on your DNA, right? So couldn't your DNA just keep you going, keep growing, or maintain after a certain point? I think it could. I think for some reason we are designed to grow and then start falling apart, right? Because obviously you grow and then you fall apart. And it's not like just limited to humans. It's everything. All animals and plants and trees. My understanding is, even though I know there's trees have been around for like thousands of years, I don't think they last forever. I could be wrong. Am I wrong? Can they live forever if nobody cuts it down? You tell me. My understanding is they get old too. So if that's the universal thing, and then even like things start to deteriorate after time. After billions and gazillions of years, rocks will deteriorate, I think. Maybe. I don't know. But it seems like the whole everything. Oh, I got new light. I got cut off, so I figured, hey, let me add some more light to this conversation. Aging sucks, right? Well, I mean, some people will say, don't complain about aging because you'll die, you'll jinx yourself or something. Well, I'm not saying living long sucks. Getting old sucks. There you go. Getting old sucks. Because you're young and you're like Superman. When I was young, oh my goodness, I had all these superpowers. I didn't even realize I had it until they were gone, long gone. I used to run so fast. I was so strong. I was so witty. I was funny. Kids aren't just like teenagers and kids. They're so fun. They're like got this energy. They're cutesy and they're cool and all this stuff. You would think as you get older, you just get cooler and cooler, right? Because you got all this experience and wisdom. You got wisdom to be smart and wisdom to be cool. But no, you lose it. You're not cool when you're old. You're a poor, pathetic shell of what you were before when you were young and in high school. Now, nobody cares about what you say. It's all about the kids. I don't know. Maybe that's true. Maybe I'm exaggerating. But the fact is, I'll see, like, I remember when if you're like me, you're like old because you're watching this. And you remember back when you were in high school or middle school, and your crush that was gorgeous or handsome like me, they were like amazing. And you can't even imagine them getting old and ratty. You just think they're going to be beautiful forever. It seems like it's impossible to even visualize it. But nature says, oh, you can't visualize it? Well, I can. I'll make them old. Watch this. And then you see them in your school anniversary and they look like me. Sorry. And unfortunately, I guess, I don't know. I don't know if I feel bad for women or bad for men. So who's got it worse, right? Because when you're young as a girl and you're like in the college age, if you stay, it doesn't take much effort probably to stay in decent shape. You get that young, you grow, you get metabolism, you got full of energy, you're full of cuteness. And it's like literally, mostly I think, well, I'll say most girls, but a lot of girls that take care of themselves, they're basically like celebrities. They might not realize it, or they don't realize it at the time. They probably think, oh, this is normal. People are so nice to me. I wonder why. And then you get older and you're like, what happened to all that niceness? And then guys, but they have like, it's like they have a stronger flame when they're younger. And then guys, when they get older, or actually they're kind of dorky when they're younger. Some are not. Some are like little studs, and you're like, you want to punch them in the face because you're like, why are you such a stud? All the girls want this one same guy, and everybody else is dorks. There's a lot of dorks and guys. Men are like mostly dorks, but you get that few that are like macho, like super cool. Everybody else is dorks trying to hang out and get the leftovers. And then when you get older, all them dorks, they blossom into mature, distinguished people or men. And then the dorks rise up with their Ferraris. You say, remember me? And they'd be like, oh yeah, I always liked you, but you never spoke to me. It's because you never looked at me ever. And you threw food at me. You made fun of me, called me ugly. They become cool. So then guys will, I heard this from women. I don't know, I'm not a woman. That guys will actually peak out between 40 and 60, that age. That's when they're kind of, probably when they have money and they're kind of still got some little bit of, you know, energy or something. They're still kind of cool. They got a ton of money because that's what they worked all their lives, and now because they had plenty of time to work because nobody would ever talk to them when they were younger, so they just worked all the time, and now they're cool. Now, so they got their coolness. Then of course they all fall apart as well later. So everybody gets old and gets all ratty. But I tend to think that there's no need for it. I think there could be a way to adjust the DNA so you can keep on living. Maybe you could like put your life spirit into another body or something. Who cares about that? But I think to me is just that's proof that this life here, this is not spiritual. Don't get me wrong. This is not a religious video whatsoever. But it seems to me, if you look at the whole storyline here, you grow up, you make babies, then you fall apart. It's like, it's that whole evolution, because the cool guy, well, not the cool guy, the rich guy that's 45 years old, that's totally a billionaire, can have any woman in the world, is probably also smart. And he's probably driven and he's motivated, right? Because he got there, he got there. He's driven. He's smart. He can have anybody he wants. So who does he have? He has a super hot 24-year-old supermodel that's gorgeous, dumb as dirt. Maybe not. I'm not potentially dumb as dirt. I don't know. But she's gorgeous though. So she's got the looks and probably the charm, because she's probably charming and pretty and smells good. So now they create the next offspring is a smart, beautiful person, and then it keeps going on. These superhumans, because they're breeding the really smart, rich person with the really gorgeous chick. So I don't know. Maybe that's evolution. That's how it works. I don't know. But then everybody dies anyways. But it seems like if people lived forever, there'd be too many people on the planet. There's already too many people. What in the world? The Great Reset. I couldn't change subjects with the Great Reset. I'm not going to do that. I'm resisting. I want to. But check out my night shows where we talk the Great Reset. If you don't know what that is, that's the elite trying to reset the whole world. All right, so where were we? So it seems like the whole system is a design. Oh no, we're getting to religion. No. Yeah, I don't know. I think otherwise you'd be bored, right? I think that's it as well. I think if you live forever, you'd just be bored. So I think that's why there's a period. You live for a certain period of time, you start falling apart, you get old, you get bored, and you're done with it. And then I actually believe you potentially come back, like reincarnation. This is not religion. This is not. I don't even know where it's coming from. Then you come back and you start all over. You have no memory, so you can enjoy it all again, over and over again, for the rest of eternity. But the thing is, you'll be evolving. So maybe when you come back, you've skipped a few evolutions, and now you're back to you're like in the future, like a couple hundred years or something, maybe potentially. And even though you have no memory, everything will be new to you. It'll be new to you anyways, because you won't remember anything. But it would be even like a evolutional jump. It'd be like, ooh, a new ride, which something a new experience. Maybe there's some meaning. Maybe there's some goal. Anyhow, I'm changing the subject again. I keep getting into like a religion, spiritual thing. I don't want to do that. I'm talking about aging sucks. It's kind of lame. What kind of show is this? I don't know. I was thinking about doing a live show, but I didn't do it. But I was like, well, let me do a almost live show. I'll just record it as if it was live. And if it sucks totally, I won't post it. And that's kind of thing. I wasn't sure what to do. Maybe I'll toss this. I don't know. It's kind of fun, kind of lame. Anyhow, this is kind of how my live shows go. When my live shows are later at night, I'm more tired, and I'm usually have a couple of cervezas. Right now is my lunch hour. I'm just sitting here. It's raining. I can't go for a walk. I can't do anything. I figure I'll do a show before my show. So every night, 12:30, after midnight, for about 30 minutes, I go live. It's terrifying. It can be anything. It's just like this, sort of. But it's live, and you can like make comments and yell at me. Dumbass. So this is a little experience. It's kind of not really anything super deep. Just my take on things, different things. This one is age, and it has really no redeeming value whatsoever. We didn't come with any conclusions. I'm glad I'm still alive. I'm glad I'm still healthy. But it sure takes a lot of effort now. It takes a lot of effort. All right, well, hope you, made it to the very end. Hit like, subscribe. I don't know why. Because you have nothing better to do, maybe. Who knows? Maybe my show might get better. It might get better. That's why you hit subscribe. Because right now it's kind of shady. But in the future, I'm sure it's going to be the best show ever. So hit subscribe, hit the little notification, so that way you'll know when not to pick up the phone. Thanks for watching. Paul State.